Yo,
Hey, yo,
how's it
hey,
going? How's it going?
I'm
How's
good,
it
man.
going, man?
Listen,
Uh,
I don't know where to begin. Chapter
bro, bro.
1102.
Yeah,
I just don't know where to begin. You know,
you have to be doing because I think you're more hyped than I am.
nah, bro.
I am
I
hyped.
think
I am.
I'm just gonna say this right. I'm just gonna say this. Like, Oda is a literal genius. I
Little
don't
G.
think like
He's good at
there's no
storytelling. He's
words.
good at storytelling.
There's no words to describe the what's the
We
word I'm
keep
looking
saying that
for?
every chapter. We keep saying this. He's just releasing fire after fire, man. My man needs to
Yeah, it's
relax.
true, bro. But it's true. There's a word that I'm looking for. Like, I forgot it. Uh man, it's that one word that's in the back of my head. You know when he puts things together, there's a word for it. Because this chapter is pretty much this chapter is pretty much it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
forgot the word. It's in the back of my head and I forgot it, man.
Don't worry, it'll come back to you
Uh
later. It'll come back to you later. Don't worry about it. For now, though,
hopefully,
yeah, yeah,
hopefully.
yeah.
For now, it's
Right. If it comes back to you, just say it out randomly and we'll be like, what? Then you
yeah, yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for now, I think you should take
Mm.
the lead in it. Of course, I'm enjoying his energy. So you take the lead on this chapter and then
All
you
right,
tell us what you think.
so now we've continued from last chapter, which was last chapter was ready for like pretty much
It basically the start of Bonnie's journey. Just it was
journey.
Bonnie's
Yeah,
starting.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
But now in this
After
chapter,
she, yeah,
1102, it's
yeah,
basically, if I was to like sum up the chapter, is basically you get to see her journey
yeah,
from beginning to where she is now, and
yeah,
it also like you see, and also Kuma as like where like his state of mind was during that time as well. So,
yeah,
but like I said, take the lead on this one, and yeah, we just discuss it. I didn't horse
yeah. So yeah, no, I'm gonna take a lead for this. But like I said, if I remember this word, I'm gonna shout out loud because
Yeah,
what
shout
he's
out loud,
gonna
bro.
done,
Shout out loud. Don't worry, don't worry. It happens sometimes. But
what
then
he's gonna
go
done,
on, go on, go on.
what he's gonna done, it's absolutely crazy because now put it this way. We're now continuing from Bonnie's story where she's looking for Kuma. So she's on the boat with her crew. Well, she's on the ship with her crew, the Bonnie
Yeah,
Pirates, as we call them,
the bunny
and they're in
pirates.
search for they're in search for Kuma. Right now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
this is the funny this is the funny thing, yeah, that I like about what Oda's done. Yeah, like
yeah.
in some way you could say it's like transitioning a story and just putting it together like piece by piece when you're building up and then you're just putting in the final pieces. Like for example, over here we got the Marines waiting for Bunny Pirates because obviously the Bunny Pirates are like, I wouldn't say invading the city. They're just in search of someone. That someone is
Yeah,
Kuma,
yeah,
right? And then
yeah.
the Bunny Pirate, and
Because
then
they must
the
have
Bunny,
heard rumors that he was here, innit?
yeah, and
Yeah,
then as you can see, like you got the Navy that are just like the thing that caught my eye, yeah, is the fact that they said that the Bunny Pirates, what they
they
do
dreaded
is
them. Yeah,
unforgivable because they attack the elderly people and the children, and we can never forgive those that do that. And I was thinking to myself as I was reading, I
I
was
don't believe
like,
them. I can't believe
yeah, that
that.
don't make no sense. She's not that type of person. Plus, she's a kid herself. There's no way
Yeah,
they would
yeah,
go after anyone. I scrolled down the panel and I see Bonnie use her powers, and then I'm just like, that makes
yeah.
sense, because
Yeah,
this is what the Navy are seeing. When the Navy arrive, they see elderly people, they see
get
children
beat
because
up
of
and
Bonnie's
yeah.
powers.
Yeah, so it's like, huh? That doesn't mean why is she only beating up the old and the young? But they don't know that her powers is like
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, and I just
that's why her bounty is going up there, doesn't it? Because
yeah,
she's
and
just
then that's when
her kind
yeah,
of point, she's just
yeah,
using her powers, getting in
yeah,
the way, and then it's like, what you call it? They imagine the Marines coming in. They're like, what the hell? What kind of pirate does this, man? Look at all the young people. But you know what makes no sense is that they're wearing they're wearing the Marines uniforms. So I'm like, how did they not put two
yeah.
pieces? That makes no sense.
Oh,
Like, just all the young people, and it's like, no, we're the Marines. No, 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 no. She's been beating up old and young people. I was like, okay.
yeah. So I was
Because
like,
even that, they just want
older,
to make it up here. Yeah, yeah.
you're a literal genius for what you just did. Because at first I was so confused. I was like, Bonnie doesn't attack elderly people and she doesn't attack children. Scroll down and I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this. I'm
yeah.
like, all right, this
Ah,
makes
that makes
sense,
sense.
man.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And
Like,
then
yeah,
in the
you can. That conclusion, they'll probably make it. Oh, yeah, well, she's a pirate. She only attacks the young. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get it, get it. Ah,
yeah,
then keep
and
going,
then
keep
in the
going.
background, you see Kuma he's just witnessing all this, and he's just like, you know what? Like, I understand that she's coming after me. I understand that you want to find me, but right now,
You can't do that
it's
right
not
now.
a good idea to find me. And at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same time, he's also surprised that she's a pirate, because he didn't even
She
think that
become
she
like,
would walk that path.
he's like, why did she become a pirate? What the hell? I was like, okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
you know.
And
So
yeah, yeah,
so as he left,
yeah,
we find out Bonnie wasn't able to find her father. Well, no, her daddy, as I'd say, the real. Well,
daddy,
to me, her
daddy,
proper daddy,
daddy.
like her real daddy
Yeah,
in my eyes. Right?
yeah, yeah.
And then they're like, and then she's at the same time saying, yeah, why? At the same time, she's like,
You might as well look for Mika.
while we find dad, let's go find Nika as well, so that we have a surprise for him, so that we can say that at the same time when we find dad, we found Nika as well, so that we can reunite and we can all learn the dances together, do the Nika Nika dance, and just have a good time and enjoying. You know what I like about this part is, like I said as well, it's the
Yeah.
fact that while this is happening,
This is when Luffy's getting his first bounty, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's a
He's
word for it.
making
This is what there's a word for it. What I'm looking for. It's in the back of my head because it's like while Bonnie went through what she went through in the situation of when she's looking
it's
for
like it
Kuma.
mirrors it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it mirrors, but there's an actual word for it. It's like the build. Oh, it's not the build up, but I'll have to remember it one time. I'll have to when it comes into the back of my head, I'll write it down next time and put it
Yeah,
out. But while this is happening, Luffy's
yeah.
just defeated
Arlong.
Arlong.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And he's
So
got the 30 million.
Luffy's got
Yeah,
his bounty, and then you got everyone now finding out about his bounty, and then you just see over here like, obviously we got a Sabo who doesn't remember anything. He's just asking
yeah.
Dragon where Dragon is
Dragon's got
going. If he
Dragon wants to go to
Dragon's
Road
just
Town because I
yeah
want to go to Road Town. He's like, why do you want to go there? Yeah. I think he avoids the question. Is that who's oversees that area? He's like Captain Smoker.
and he's just
Who looks after the area over there, bro? He doesn't want to tell them the extension. Innit? Fair enough, he's got to protect Luffy, but it's like at the same time, it's like he just doesn't want to let everyone know that he's got a kid in it. It's like, so who you go to? It's like,
you
who's
know
like,
this is hold on. This is why I think confuses me before we get into the next panel. But
yeah,
when Sabo asks his Dragon like who are you going to Logtown for? Why didn't Dragon say Luffy? Is it because he doesn't want to trigger Sabo's memory to remember the fact that Luffy? Because you gotta understand, it's like remember when Sabo retained his memories, he found out from a newspaper that Ace had died,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then that
yeah.
triggered his memories. So I'm thinking, what
He must have
would
thought.
have
Look, to be honest,
happened?
he must have thought his bounty and be like, huh, like that could have
You
done.
know?
So yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
So
Any
I'm
time he
thinking,
could have looked at that bounty. He must have looked at those bounties many times, man.
yeah,
You know?
because I'm looking at it and I'm just thinking to myself, surely, like you said, he must have looked at those bounties many, many times. How come that didn't trigger it? But like, is he scared to say his name? Is he
Yeah,
scared to like
I understand where you're
make?
coming from. Dragon was
Because it's
like,
like
he anyone know that he's got a kid. You know what I mean? Oh yeah,
yeah,
just yeah. That's why
yeah. Okay, that
I like it. Like
yeah.
what you call that? Like in some way he voiced the question, but at the same time, it's like yeah, who oversees that area? And then it's like Captain Smoker, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
But I do like the next panel.
And
You
then,
see Ace is getting bare hats. Look, Jembe, look what our brother did. Little brother did,
yeah,
bro. And then even Jembe's confused. Even Jembe's surprised. Your brother defeated. Oh look, yo, what the hell?
yeah. You
My
know,
brother.
the fact that
He's like,
Jinbei calls him a
no.
brat,
Yeah, yeah. He defeated all
Mm.
of the crew. That this boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
bro.
then
And then
keep going, bro, keep
it
going.
gets it gets even better because obviously Dragon's like, yeah, we got our two kids that are like now making it big. They're
Yeah,
becoming
yeah,
big time pirates. They're probably gonna be the future of the world in the world of One Piece. You know,
yeah, yeah.
you
That
got
is what a
you got
strange
Bonnie.
fate, man. What a strange twist of fate,
Yeah,
man. Our both of our
right.
kids become pirates. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. What do we do?
Yeah. You got
Yeah,
Bonnie who's saying stuff like, "Let's rob people, but we only rob the
the
bad
bad
guys."
guys,
Yeah,
and then just
we'll
help
help
people
people,
unless
but
they
we
don't
only
need
help the
it.
people that need help. Yeah, it's like what I'm looking at.
But
Like, what is she like a
the
thief?
thing is, they're taking it out of context. Like, steal from them. Let's don't help them. But she's saying it, but it's like they're mishearing everything from her. But I
Yeah.
like this. I like the
So
next panel. Basically, you get to find out, her design choice, like her lipstick,
mm,
because you
yeah,
have to. When you first see her, it's like, why is she wearing a lipstick like that? And then
yeah,
then it makes like it clicks because she's a kid. She thinks that's how grown-ups wear their makeup. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
bro, that's what I was questioning all this time. I was just like, when I first saw Bonnie, I'm like, I've noticed that every single woman that wears lipstick don't wear lipstick like she does. Like, why she wear it that way? Now I've seen it for myself. This is a
yeah,
kid. She's a
yeah.
girl.
She thinks, oh, all
She's not a
grown-ups are like this.
grown
So
girl.
she appears as a good kid, grown up. She's like, yeah, let me act like a grown up, like wear makeup. She's got like that piercing on her cheek. So it's
Mm,
like, I think, and then that makes more because it's like there's thought into her design. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like
mm,
when older design character it wonky, but with her, he thought a lot about it. It's like, oh, because she's a kid, maybe she wearing
yeah,
her makeup like this, and then because she wants her dad to look out for her, like recognize her, she puts like the same mark. She puts the same piercing, like a piercing in the area that where her crystal used to be, like the sapphire thing.
yeah.
It's like there's reasoning to her designs, and that's what I like. That's what I liked about this panel. It's like, yeah, that sometimes Oda can draw wacky characters, but sometimes when he draws characters, there's a meaning to why they look like that, innit? So that's what I liked about that panel, about that
The
chapter.
thing is, when she put on the lipstick, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The lipstick that she put on, right? I gotta say, like, it's how do I say? You see the guy in the background, isn't it? He's just laughing, like, yeah, that's how you put lipstick. Pretty much just tricking her by saying, yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly how you put the lipstick. Yeah,
But
yeah. She's
it's
just
like
like,
little,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Hmm.
But then,
While
we go
that's
to the next
happening,
panel. Yeah,
yeah,
you see Kuma going back in Egan Island in the world, and he sees that all the PX, the pacifists, and he finds it a bit weird, innit?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seeing his own
Yeah,
self, though. Let's be real.
yeah.
Multiple versions of yourself
Like that.
programmed to
I mean,
do
I
some.
understand that. I understand that I gave my consent for this shit, but like, it is kind of creepy seeing like your double. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
literally programmed to do the Navy or the world government's bidding. That's how mad it is, man.
yeah,
Imagine,
yeah, yeah.
imagine, imagine, imagine having yourself cloned so many times that you're looking at you come across it and you just find out that they're working for the government. They
That's
would
not
do
mad.
anything, like they're programmed
Yeah,
to literally what's the word I'm looking for? Just pretty much do what the government tells them to do. You
yeah,
know, and that's kind of creepy if you ask me. Like,
yeah,
yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised why he's creeped out about it.
yeah, definitely.
You know, so we go into Thriller Bark, and again, we're looking at the past, right? And we're
Yeah,
seeing the
but it's from
moment
his
because we've
point.
already seen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
This is
from
what I
his.
like about this
Yeah,
chapter. It's from his point of view.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is
We're
like
already
what this
seeing.
is his first time officially meeting the Straw Hats, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
for the first time. Yeah. So we're
yeah,
seeing the moment where he's just like, because we already seen this in the manga. I
yeah,
can't remember which chapter it was, but it was far back, where he's
yeah.
just like, if you give me Luffy's head, you can all go away scot free, and all of them rejected. They're like, never, you know. And
Yeah, yeah,
obviously that's when he's just like, you know what? Let me just blow this place up. But you know, in a sense, he has his reason for doing what he does, but at the
yeah,
same time, he realizes that Luffy has loyal friends because in the world of One Piece, bruv, you know, pirates can sell each other out, bruv. They can even sell off
yeah,
their
yeah,
sell
definitely.
off
No,
their
no, no,
captains,
definitely,
you know.
definitely. Yeah,
So Kuma saw something in the Straw Hats where he's just like, yo, these guys are real, man. Even in the state that they're in right now, Like this is like
They still don't. They don't sell them
yeah,
out. Bro.
they're
Yeah.
in state of an emergency right now. Like they're in serious trouble,
Mm,
but they will still never throw each other under the bus. They've always got each other's back no matter what.
yeah.
And you just see
Yeah.
the scene where he sees Zoro, and then Zoro's just like telling him like Luffy's gonna become the king of the pirates, you know. And then Kuma's just like, if you
Then he
take,
does
because we
that
already seen
pain.
the scene,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And even
And then
even he even like when he thinks of that, shit, even I might pass out from if I touch this, like you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's
you
why
know,
that's
and then
crazy because even the shit, the amount of damage that Luffy took, yeah, even if I
mm.
touched it, I'll probably pass out. And
And
then when you
exactly
see,
why he said that Zoro was on the verge of death, bro. But
yeah,
we
yeah,
already know that Zoro's got so much potential to be even stronger than Kuma ever was, you know. No offense to
yeah,
Kuma, but Zoro's gonna become the right hand man of the next pirate king. We already
yeah,
know
that's true,
this.
man. Yeah, that's true, man.
Mm. So obviously he's stating to Dragon in his head that Dragon, your son's got exceptional friends. Like these guys got each other's back. You
It's
know,
like,
they're the
man,
real
you know
deal.
those kind of, oh, yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
So we go on into Sabodi Archipelago. You want to continue from there?
I think you're on a roll, man. Keep going, man. Like,
Yeah.
might as well keep going, bro. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. So we go into so we go into Sabodi Archipelago. However you
Tell 'em.
pronounce it, because to me
Yeah, no,
it's kind of
I was just thinking that. I was like, how the hell do you like Sabodi a
uh,
cappella? I think that the way you're
yeah,
saying it is correct. Man. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, keep going.
yeah. So he's just received news about Ace's execution, right? And then
Oh
he's
yeah,
already
yeah,
realized that that's war with the Whitebeard pirates in it. So obviously he's like, you know what? At the end of the day, I still got to do my job. I'll be there. Bish bash
yeah. I'll
bosh,
be
he's
there,
gonna
man.
go. While that's
Yeah,
happening, all right, we already see in from Kuma's viewpoint
yeah,
that he's what Bonnie continued to stuff her face with food, pizza, meat, everything,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
because
Just
she's just
lightly and a half, man. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You know, and I'll be real. I was one of them that when I first met her and I first met Big Mom, like when she first introduced, when this character was first introduced to us, and Big Mom was introduced to us, I thought that she was Big Mom, one of Big Mom's daughter who ran away. But obviously, I was in
nah,
the wrong. You know, you got
yeah,
Oda just surprising us, continuously surprising us. While she's stuffing her face, you just see Kuma by the window still, surprising guests, customers, and who's eating inside the restaurant, just watching Bonnie just be like, you know what, Bonnie, I'm proud of you. This is my last time I'm going to see you. You know, you take
Oh, I
care of
see when you
yourself.
say that, man. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, become an inimitable pirate as he
yeah,
can be. You know, I believe in you. All these things that he wants Bonnie to become. You know, and then he finds out.
yeah.
This is the moment where he finds out that there was a celestial dragon that got hit, and then he's
Yeah,
just
he said,
like,
"What? That can't be right."
no way, not even. I look. I've done some mad things, but no, I wouldn't even go that far. You know, I've taken out kings. You know, I've taken out royalty,
The celestial
but
dragon.
I was celestial dragon. That's a taboo, bro. That's against the. You know, that's next level stupidity. So then he's just like, who the hell
Yeah,
would do something like this? He goes
and then like, oh
inside and he's
shit,
just like, bro, it's
it's him
these
again.
guys again.
But
And
then,
he's like,
what the hell? Then all of a sudden, then cool, fair enough. But you know what I like
so
it
he's
because
just,
he's realizing he's like when he sees Luffy, he's like, is this guy protecting the fish, man? But that's like high
yeah.
treason. What the hell, man?
Mm,
And then it's like a shock, and then it's like, I, it's just that shock. It's like, oh shit, is this the guy that's gonna like think this? Like you see later on in the chapter, don't it? I think this man's gonna save the world.
mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So
Yeah.
now I understand from Oda's been planning this from there we go. Found the word. I found it.
What?
Foreshadowing. Oda has been foreshadowing from the very beginning. And everyone thought it wasn't gonna go anywhere. Bro, he's been foreshadowing since bro, I'm gonna say this guy's been foreshadowing since day one. Day one. Because you know when this
Yeah,
happened? When
yeah,
when he erased the like when he got rid like when he sent the strats into different places, obviously when PX1 was about to kill him off or destroy them, do whatever he wants before he intervened, you find out you're
yeah.
like the real one came and you're wondering why did he come and what's
That's
his
the real.
plan and what did he do, and then you like when you first watch it you're like, oh, you'll never forgive Kuma or what he did, this and that, then you realize,
Yeah, 'cause if
oh,
you read
this
the
guy.
like, remember when you go back to the previous chapters, all the places that he said the Straw Hats is places he's been to. So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, they all, yeah. So he
exactly.
believes in them that much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. After
Right.
seeing that
So
act
then,
of them, yeah.
so then you're
After,
like, again, I'm just confused how he knew where to send them though. That's my
yeah,
thing, you know, because he could have
yeah,
sent them
because
into different like. You got Sanji sent into Vankov's island. Now just change that and put like I don't know maybe Nami into her island or Zoro into in Vankov's island. It wouldn't work out the way it worked out for Sanji, especially because if you put Sanji or Chopper in Nami's island with Weatheria above the clouds, because she's obviously the one who's in charge of like the climate and all the maps and
yeah, yeah,
everything and the weather. It wouldn't work if it was Sanji who was up there, because what is he gonna learn from that moment? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just trying to process how he knew where to put them, where to send them, and
yeah,
and just training for the next 2 years. You know, my other
yeah.
thing is this is the moment where I find out that Kizaru realizes that um Kizaru realizes at that moment, this very moment, he realizes like Kuma's not working with us. He's
Yeah,
something strange is going on. You know, when he whispers into Rayleigh's ear, Rayleigh understand. That's when I was just like,
that
before
makes
I
more
was, yo,
sense.
he whispered something into Rayleigh's ear. Rayleigh's now calmed
Yeah.
down. What's happening? Now I find out that
Or
this guy was trying to tell them, like, no, was trying to tell Rayleigh that he knew what
they're
he
not
was
ready.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
they're not
not
ready.
ready. And they need to be stronger. Because, like you
Yeah,
said already, the moment when he's about to send Luffy off, he looks at him.
that,
Because we
that,
look at it from Luffy's point where Luffy's like angry at him and then Kuma just sends him off. But now we're
yeah.
seeing it that Kuma's in his head. He's saying, listen, you've got it
That's
wrong,
not
man.
true, man,
Like,
Luffy. No, you're just not ready yet, man. But I believe in
yeah,
you. One
exactly.
day, one
Yeah,
day, come back in the future. You're gonna be the
yeah.
man that's gonna save the world, bro.
And you realize it wasn't,
Not yeah, how much? Yeah,
and you realize it wasn't just him who said this, bro. You know, in the
yeah,
Marineford War, you know, when Luffy jumped the plaza and you got the three admirals standing with him, standing like in front of him.
yeah,
Awakiji's just like, listen, you're not ready for the stage. You know, you might as well go back because the three of us are just gonna just take you down, bro. We'll just knock you out, bro, and it'll just be
yeah,
easy peasy. He
yeah,
was speaking. Kuma knew, bro. He was the only reason why Luffy went to Marineford was to save his brother, even
yeah,
though
yeah,
we
yeah,
already
yeah.
know that Luffy was not ready. Luffy,
Nah,
I'll be real. Even I'm gonna say it, like Gear 5 against three admirals still be tough, but it will be better than what he was when in pre-time skip
yeah,
when he was just Gear
definitely,
second.
definitely.
You
No,
know,
yeah, definitely.
100%. Because look, I'll be real. From the last few chapters that I've passed, that I've read, where he gives Kizaru the one man bang. I've always stated that Kizaru could get up from that. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but he can still get up from that. But he's just choosing not to get up from that because he's just realizing that, oh yeah, you know what? I don't want to do this messed up thing because these guys are in a way my friends, innit? Not in a way,
Yeah,
they are literally my friends. I spent time with them, you know, and I don't want to hurt anybody because I've hurt one of my friends already, and he's just out cold, and I just don't want to do this no more. So I'm just gonna pretend to get injured. So
yeah,
going back, like I said, Kuma staying that, yeah, Luffy, you're not ready. You need to get stronger and then come back. You know.
yeah.
Fast forward, we go into Egghead Island. While this is happening, mind you, guess what Saturn's saying? Saturn wants, yeah, Saturn wants thing to yeah.
Put a
So Saturn,
switch on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
right. Sorry. So Saturn wants to install a destruct mechanism just in case Kuma goes out of control. Because obviously he knows Saturn knows that Kuma's a very powerful individual. Like if they can't control him and he's got his own mindset, a mind of his own, sorry, what's gonna happen is he's gonna probably do things that the world government forbid him to do. You know, he's not gonna abide by their rules, he's just gonna go out just causing wreckage, havoc. But obviously Kuma's not that type of person. He's more of a free revolution type of guy. So they're just scared that he's gonna go up against them. That's why it's just like, yo, if you do something against us, at least we've got something in the back of our hand where we could just trigger it and just say, you know what, boom, self-destruct mechanism, you're out. You know, obviously, Vegapunk's just like, that's crazy. And then obviously he's just like, yeah, we shouldn't be doing this, and it's not something that any sane normal human being should be thinking of, you know. And then Obviously, Saturn reminds him that this guy's going to become a human weapon. If anything like falters, everyone's going to be in trouble. Realistically, when I say everyone, I mean probably the world government, because obviously we already know that Kuma's only reason to be doing this is to save Bonnie's life. That was it, nothing else. To save Bonnie's life and to get her to reach her 10th birthday and maybe and beyond.
Yeah.
So obviously, then at that moment, Thing wishes Saturn's just like, you know what? I don't care about your opinions. You just do what I say
Yeah.
and just do the job because I'm the one with the high authority. I give out these orders. You just follow them. So then we got Vegapunk, and he's just like, you know what? I got this idea, right? Why
Yeah.
not? I like put in like some sort of switch so that he can like switch to between two consciousness. So one time he will be regular human Kuma, the other time he will be um
Like
robotic
robot.
android, yeah, Kuma that
Yeah.
follows orders. So then he'll just continuously switch in between when he has to. So when he's doing a job, he'll switch into this
But
robot
yeah,
Kuma, and then
but the
when
thing
he's
is, the thing is, yeah, but the thing is, Garcia is like, nah, I'm not. You
yeah,
do understand I'm a scientist as well, so don't
yeah,
play with me. Just do what you're told, innit? I was like, oh shit. So
mm,
he's like, nah, because that could happen. Like, you know what I mean? He's thinking, nah, I'd rather have him have no free will, and I want him to be
mm,
my slave. I don't want him to have a conscience. I don't want him to think about money. I want him to do the job that I tell him to do. I don't want him
yeah,
to bloody think about his daughter that can compromise him, innit? And I don't want him to
mm-hmm,
I don't want him to bloody turn around and like punch me. You know what I mean? Like that could
yeah,
happen. You know what I mean?
you
But
know,
but Vegas was like, shit, he clocked on, innit? He clocked on. But like, but as you said, as we get to the next panel, it's like even Kuma's like, don't worry, man. I'm glad you actually thought about me, but don't, I did make a promise and shit like that. But you know, I
yeah,
enjoyed I enjoyed the 2 years that I had with you. Don't worry, about, like he's literally like reassuring him, bro. I know you had my back
it's
from
gonna
day
be,
one,
yeah,
and I get what this happened. What you I understand you did your best with him. I understand the circumstances, but do not worry about it. I'm happy with what I'm gonna do now, innit? And then
yeah,
it's like with Vegapunk, it's like um this is what I liked as well though. It's like before he sensed the made him fully robotic, he's like Kuma goes to Vegapunk. Look, before you do this, I do want you to install a program emission into me. It's like yeah,
yeah,
after the Whitebeard pirates, it's like I want you to make me stand guard for the straw
yeah,
hat ship. That's
yeah,
why I like him. And that makes more sense. So, oh shit, it's like, why is this guy like protecting this guy's ship for? And then it's like he
yeah,
reprogrammed. He told Vegapunk to program that mission into him.
yeah.
And once one of
And you
them
know
comes
why
back, yeah,
yeah, exactly. So once one of them comes back, yeah, he'll be able to be like, yeah, I done my duty. You want to know why
yeah,
he did what he did? Because he
yeah,
saw something special in Luffy. He even
yeah,
states that if there's someone who's going to change this world, there's someone who's similar to the Nika Nika guy, someone who can put smiles on everyone's faces, like bring rhythm,
it's
happiness,
him.
laughter in everyone. It's
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy.
it's him.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
do my
this guy,
utmost
bro.
best. Yeah, I'm gonna do my utmost best to protect his ship so that he can come back to a ship where he calls his home and they can go on a journey to
Yeah,
to change the world for the better.
yeah, yeah,
And I was just like, yo, this guy, bro. Like I'm telling you right now, one of the best characters written right now is Kuma because now it's all pieced
yeah,
together. Oda's been foreshadowing this for such a long time. You get Kuma's full
yeah, yeah.
story, and
And
you
it's
now
deep
finally start.
because yeah. Because
Mm,
like as he's about to do it, is like, oh look, I kind of want you to leave like a one last piece of memory of like
mm,
my whole history. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'm just gonna make a copy. If it gets touched, it's gonna destroy it. And I don't. I'm gonna put it like in a glass barrier. And then basically is like so. And then you see like you see all the memories is passing through. It's like, oh shit, I've been a nuisance since day one. It's like, nah, man.
mm,
And I love this. I think I don't know if it's Vegapunk, it's not. He says it well. That's what life is. It's a series of nuisances. You know what I mean? And then you get like a
Mm.
flashback from beginning to where he is now, and it's like I like it because it's like in
Showing
every
his
other panel he's
memories.
running from something. He's running away from something. So you see him as a kid, and then you see him as
Yeah.
like a teenager, and then you see him as like a grown man, and you see him just about where he's about to thing, innit? And then
With all the people that he loves, man,
in
as well.
between, yeah, in between those panels, though, it's like you see happy moments, all the people that he's
Mm.
made friends with, um,
Family.
everyone, like his family, his
Mm.
friends, and he's just
You
running
know,
in that. And then
people that he
And
cared
then the
about.
last panel, yeah, and then the next panel, man, it's like your death isn't a nuisance, man. Every person you know, like loved you, man. I want you to know that you're a hero, people, to Bonnie and all of them. And then you see Kuma
Bro.
just like smiling, bro. And then you see everyone just standing by, like, oh shit, no, not Kuma, man. And then
Like
Vegapunk's
he's
just
some sort of
crying.
like, yeah. Like
It's
the
like
way
a
they're standing,
hero.
like he's some sort of saint in it. They're like, oh, like,
And he's a
like
saint, bro.
glory to God, or
Yeah.
they respect him, you know.
And Vegapunk doesn't want to do it, but he's like, oh, I have no choice. He's mad crying, bro. He's like, no, I don't want to do this, man. You're my boy. He
Mm,
makes it happen, innit? And then the last thing he says
mm.
is like, yo, before I go, I want you to tell him one last message for my daughter, yeah? Tell her happy birthday for her 10th birthday. And then the last panel, you just see Bonnie just crying out her eyes because
Yeah, I
that's
love
her
that
watching
panel,
that.
man.
Bro.
That panel, man. Days, man.
Even in the end, this guy was like, nah, man, my last thought will be about Bonnie. Tell her I love her, man. Just and tell her it's her happy 10th birthday. That's just the end of the chapter. Man.
Ah.
What are you gonna end it like that
And
for, man? But
do you know the scene, yeah, where the scene where Bonnie's crying? You know, it was a
yeah,
few chapters before where she got caught by Garcia. Because remember, she went into this like room in it, and there was like
yeah. So
some
it's a
big giant
flashback as
pool
well, isn't it?
bubble in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
and
Yeah,
she looked into it, yeah, and then you just see like some little small scenes in it, yeah, with
yeah,
silhouettes, and
yeah.
then you just see like, and then she starts crying. You're wondering, yo, why is she
That's
crying? Now this is the full story. You find out the full story of
the
Kuma's
one, man.
backstory, and you're just like, oh no,
Oh,
this
nah,
is
deep, bro. This
oh
is deep. How
man,
can you do this, man? And that's when the chapter
oh,
ends, man. That's where the
like
chapter
bro,
ends, man.
and then
But
and then I've got to say this: anime watchers are gonna be in for a big surprise, man. I
oh,
think
not
from this
Kuma, man.
moment,
Yeah, just
everyone who's had bad
man.
backstories are gonna be overtaken by Kuma. Kuma's backstories just went on.
Just
Oh,
Just have me a break, man.
oh,
Yeah, bro.
yeah, bro. Oh man, no. I don't know what to say, man. But that was a chapter and a half, man. It's just it
Yeah,
hurts, you
nothing
know.
like it's like in terms of action wise, there wasn't much action, but it's more of like a lore kind of chapter in it. You get to
Yeah.
find out
You
more
know
guys.
what? I'll be real. I'm the type of guy that like, it doesn't really matter about if there's any action, because if the story is as formidable
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as
But the
great
thing is,
as this,
yeah. It's good,
because
man.
we
You get to
know,
find out
because
chapters. Yeah,
yeah, at the end of the day, we know action is gonna come. Action is gonna
yeah,
come when Luffy's just gonna be like, "Yo, I've had enough of this bullshit, bro. You've been messing with
yeah,
my friend. I'm just gonna come in and smack, and
yeah,
wham,
yeah.
bam, bro. I'm just
But it's
like,
good
yo,
to
I'm getting gas,
understand.
man.
But that's why I like these chapters. Though it's good to understand like the reasoning
Mm,
behind what each character does.
exactly. Yo,
Yeah, man.
I don't know what.
Sorry, guys.
I literally,
Sorry, guys.
yeah,
Man,
don't
our
worry about it,
recording
man.
cut off. Our recording cut off at the end of it, so we just did another recording. We just want to continue with, like the review of it, basically. Yeah, sorry about that,
Pretty
guys.
much add towards to pretty much
Yeah,
add towards the video that the recording that we did. So it's gonna be
yeah,
put together.
yeah, yeah,
This though, guys, is just a review of the chapter that we was on about, which was 1102, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So from where we left off, seeming as the recording couldn't record our
Yeah,
voices,
it was
again,
just
we
a bit
do
weird.
apologize.
Yeah, we do apologize.
Yeah. Like
Hopefully
so.
it doesn't happen again. But yeah,
Mm.
from where we left off,
So
I was just saying, like, yeah, the chapter wasn't very action based. And yeah, but, you know what I mean? It's mainly law of understanding about Kuma. as a character. Like,
I mean,
what
I'm
him?
gonna say, yeah, go on.
No, I was just saying, like, it's understanding his state of mind, or like the events that happen. You get to see it from his perspective, and it wasn't like I
Yeah,
said, like it wasn't very action based. It was more law based. But like sometimes that's okay, innit? You know what I mean? You don't need to.
yeah.
You don't need to like thinking like mainly thinking about it back then. Yeah, not all chapters need to be action based, and it's okay if it's law based. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
yeah,
no, 100%, 100%.
yeah,
Because again, we were saying that some manga don't seem to do what Oda does, where it's like they sometimes you'll get ones that just focus on the action and just completely forget about the story,
yeah. That's
and then
true.
you'll
That's
get
true.
ones where it's just like, and then the story will go wayward, and then you're left confused and you have no idea what's going on. At least in this situation, we've delved deep into Kuma's backstory. We got
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much that we know of his character. It explains everything, what he's
From
been
his
through
point of
throughout his
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah. And you get to
Yeah, from
understand
his point
why
of
he
view.
not, and you get to understand why he made these choices. Like if and it's
Yeah,
good because some people be
you
like, oh
know,
wow, I wonder why Kuma did this and did that. You know what I mean? So it explains a lot from his point of view. It's like, yeah,
and I'll be real,
yeah,
like it's painful, but it had to be done, and I'm just glad because now it's just like, these ones where it's like, yeah, we now got the backstory, we got the
mm,
emotional part.
definitely, definitely.
It hurts so much. Now it's time to throw some hands, left, right, uppercut, jab. Now I'm
Uppercut
ready for the
jab,
fight because it's like,
uppercut jab. Yeah,
listen, because most of the time I'll be real. I'm gonna
yeah,
say it like this: if I was watching an anime or reading a manga and it threw into like most of the times it would work, but I'm gonna say it like this: if a character got thrown into a fight
yeah,
randomly without no explanation and they didn't explain the situation beforehand or
yeah,
afterwards,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just they
If
got
you
thrown
completely,
into a
like, don't get
fight,
me
the
wrong,
fight's
yeah,
done.
yeah. Don't get me wrong.
You'd look at it
I
and you'd
love
be
a good
like,
fight.
okay,
Yeah, what was the point of that? Like, don't get me wrong, a good fight's a good
yeah,
fight, but it's like you kind of want to be like, all right, then so what started this fight in the first place? What was the beef about all of a sudden? You know what I mean?
right.
Like,
So
exactly.
there's no character depth. There's
Yeah,
no
no,
plot for
no.
you don't have you know what I mean. It's just
There was no
no
reasoning for
character
the fight.
development.
Yeah, yeah. There was no reasoning for this
Exactly.
fight to happen in the first place. But with these lot,
Yeah.
like,
But
you
with
understand?
Kuma, he
Yeah,
has every right to go out.
yeah,
My
definitely.
question is, will he go out with a bang, or is he more of the type where he's just gonna come in, try to do something, but then get his ass kicked around, and then obviously the main character, which is Luffy, comes in and saves him. So he witnessed Nika as the god that he's always,
Always praised.
like, I
Yeah,
wouldn't say pray, but
not praise,
how would
praise,
I say,
not pray, praise. Like,
yeah, more praise, yeah, more like look up to, idolize in a way, basically. Do you
yeah,
know what I mean? That's his who he is, and you never
like
know,
a hero
because at
thing,
this
innit?
end of the day, he got left with a cliffhanger where Kuma's about to throw a punch at Saturn, but we already know that Saturn tends to deflect these. Rather,
Yeah, but
if
that's
he,
the next chapter, isn't it? 113,
yeah, that's the next,
1103.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't know
We
what's
did
gonna happen.
we do
Yeah.
know, but we are gonna review it. But yeah, it's like
Mm,
yeah, yeah,
you know. So again, it's a thing where it's Kuma's life. He's been going through so much.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
he's
Even
gone
that
through a lot.
ending, like even after, like we mentioned in the like the discussion, like he's happy with what he's done. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of shit
Yeah,
happened to him, but he's happy. You know what I mean? And
he's happy. Exactly.
you see Bonnie crying like shit, man. My dad looks like the best, man. He just wanted the best.
Yeah, no,
You know
that
what I
was
mean?
heartfelt, man.
Yeah,
You know, like I gotta say, like Bonnie, like it's mad because I would say it's wild in a
yeah,
sense because
definitely. Yeah,
I would have never ever expected Bonnie's character development to reach sky high. Like, if I'm being all honesty, she's up there with the likes of hell. I'm gonna even, I don't even want to say this, but you know how everyone's going around calling him useless Captain Mid. I wouldn't say that, but we already know, yeah, he's useless Captain Kid, right? But in my eyes, in terms of character development and in terms of story, Bonnie's a better written character than Kid. You
Oh
know,
my
Kid
day,
is just coming
I don't
in.
know what kid's thinking, man. Like that
Kid's
chap
just
said that
coming
happened a
in.
while back. I was like, what the hell was he thinking, man? What the hell? Even Shank was like, what the hell is this kid, man? What
No,
is
but
this
no, no,
dude?
no, 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 no. Shanks kind of knew that this guy was dangerous. That's why he had to get serious. Like, if he didn't think he was dangerous, he wouldn't have gotten too serious.
I,
Shanks foresaw the future, saw that everything was gonna get ripped apart if he didn't stop that attack, and then he just comes in with the with guns blazing, just like bang, divine departure, kids up. But in terms of character development, in terms of their story,
yeah, yeah.
Bonnie's a better written character than Kid.
I don't know.
Law, I'm
Well,
not too sure
yeah.
because we know
I
about
like
Law's
those
backstory. We
backstory.
know,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So if I had to rank them, and this is
yeah,
gonna be something that we'll do later on down the line in the future, where we like rank about, as we said before, that we was gonna discuss, where we talk about who's got the worst backstory and how
yeah.
we rank him
That's something
from
in the future we talk
worst
about.
to
Yeah,
yeah. You know, I'd have to say that theoretically speaking, Bonnie may
yeah.
not be, in terms of a backstory, may not have like a
I mean,
sad backstory as
yeah,
Law
she
did,
doesn't have a side
but
backstory,
she
but
was, yeah, but she knew someone who meant so much to her, which was pretty much related to her in a sense.
mm,
Her father,
yeah,
her dad, as I like to say,
yeah,
who had a tremendously sad upbringing. Like, if I had to say,
yeah. That
it
that
probably
man
even
went through
eclipsed.
shit, man. That man went through so
Yeah,
much shit, and I don't think
I
he
don't
ever
know
wanted
if
that
if
anyone to
it
go through that stuff. That way.
exactly. So yeah, Bonnie's a better written character than Kid in my eyes. But in terms of Law, I don't know because
I don't know, but
what
the thing is,
if you was to
I
say,
understand from the thing is, I know kid's an idiot. He's an idiot, but what you call it? We don't
well,
know
yeah, he is.
everything.
Killer keeps telling.
He's an idiot. Even his own crew told him he was an idiot. But to be honest, though, we don't know much more about it. Innit? So that's the thing.
That's
Like
true.
our view can change after you learn more about him. Like with Bonnie, I used to think,
Do you-
Bonnie's just one of those supernovas. I don't
That's
really
true.
shit about
Yeah.
her. But once you learn about her,
No, but
shit, you know what I mean? Like
hear me out. Hear me out.
your perspective changes with your characters. But yeah, go
No,
on.
100%. You're absolutely right. But hear me out. Yeah. Like I get what you're saying, but it's like so far, I feel like Oda hates Kid. It just doesn't like him, so he's just written him off. That's my guess. You know, because you're not going to introduce one of the top three guys, yeah, in the one arc and have him then later on finesse the way he got finessed by Shanks, you know. And B, Oda's
He was
pretty much
just,
written,
yeah.
yeah, Oda's pretty much written like every of the supernovas. The only supernova he hasn't written yet is Urog. You know, the
Yeah, I was
big
about
hench
to say
dude.
that as well. Yeah, yeah, I was about to say that because the last
He's
time we
the
saw
only
him,
one.
we was in some sky island, didn't it? And he sees Kaido like
Exactly.
chopping off. That's the only time we saw him. I can't remember.
Exactly.
It's like
Because when
where's
you
that
think
go?
about it,
Yeah,
I'll be real. We don't know much about Kid's backstory. We
yeah,
don't
that's what.
know
That's
much about it
yeah,
at all. But we do know there was a scene. There was an anime episode. I can't remember which episode it was. It was the episode where it was Law and Kid's final attack against Big Mom. You see
yeah,
like snippets of images of Kid's backstory, where how he grew up and became the pirate that he is. From when he was a kid, he was playing around with mechanical toys.
yeah.
From where he gathered his crew, from where he challenged all these pirates, from when
Mm,
Kaido came into his life. So
yeah,
you
yeah,
get to understand Kid's story, but with Urog, I have no idea what it is. That's why I'm
yeah.
saying I feel
I feel
like
like the
maybe Oda has a final part for this guy. Like he probably is the most important. My guess is he's saving the most important for last. That's my guess. Because every
mm,
other character of the supernovas have been introduced. We already know their story. We already know Captain what's his name? Capone Beige. We already
yeah.
know what he went through in Whole Cake Island. You know, we know Killer's part of we don't know again, we don't know Killer and Kids, but we know of them. We know so much about them and what they've
Well,
gone through in Wano
Hawkins
and
we
before
don't.
that.
Hawkins is another one we don't really know. About. You think he's?
Hawkins is another one we don't really know. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's again, we don't really know Apu as well. But
I
those
feel
guys
I don't
played a
know
major
about
role.
Apu. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But
Uh,
in a sense, those guys did play like a major role
the one
in
or
the in the 1 hour. Whereas
yeah,
we got to know what they're capable of doing, what they are, how their powers work, you know, pretty much their character. We don't know about their history, but we got to know of their character. With the Rogue, we don't even know anything whatsoever about, like, we don't have no clue what it is. That's why I'm saying Bonnie, right now, in terms of that chapter and what she's been through in the Egghead Island, has got to be one of the most well written, how do I say this, supernova characters.
Yeah, within the supernovas, basically.
If I'm being serious, she's probably,
except
for
Luffy,
me,
and Zoro. Zoro
and look,
doesn't.
yeah. If I'm being serious, Zoro, this is what I'm saying. If I had to rank it, I'd have to rank it, if 3 characters in terms of history wise.
Top 3.
For
Top
me,
3, basically.
top 3 is Law,
Yeah.
Luffy, and Bonnie.
Okay.
And then everyone comes after that.
Okay, yeah.
You know, so far those are the 3 that I can say, and that's why I'm saying Bonnie. She suffered, but she hasn't suffered like Kuma. Kuma has suffered greatly. Like, this guy's lost everything. You know, he's even lost his sense of how do I say? He's even lost himself, basically.
Yeah, his free will.
You know, his own free will. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. He's even lost his own free will. So he's lost a lot, but Bonnie's witnessed it, and she now understands what her dad's
more
gone
about
through.
her dad. Yeah, it's like, oh shit, my dad went through all this
Exactly.
just because of me.
You know,
like, she understands him more now because of it. So they understand.
It's wild, you know, Yasin, bro. I'll be real. I'll tell you why, you know, because all this time I never knew that she was a young girl, but then now when you see this chapter, you finally understand why she's a young girl. Because you know, older, like, I'll be real. There was a chapter where it was, I don't know if you remember, where they came out of the sea or whatever it was with Jinbei and Chopper and Luffy, where she came out with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And then obviously they had to dry their clothes and she was topless, and I was just like, and everyone was just like, oh yeah, you know.
But she's a
but
kid,
then now you understand that
understand
she's a child, and you're like, raw, this is kind of wild, you know, like.
Yeah,
but then
got the
obviously as a
kid,
yeah, you know what I mean. So personally speaking, like, I'd have to say that her character development has gone up high. Like, in my books, I say top 3.
Yeah.
I don't think anything eclipses it right now. If
right
there's
now,
something that eclipses it, has to
keyword,
either be in the future.
Keyword
right now, yeah.
Yeah. Because you never know,
For
man.
the supernovas,
Oda's always gonna drop.
For the supernovas, definitely top 3. But
yeah.
For the supernovas, definitely top 3. But for the background, like, no, not background. Sorry, wrong word to say. But for a character in the world of One Piece, maybe top 10, maybe even top 15. Because I know there's other characters that go through so much. Even I'm gonna say Puddin. You know, Puddin from Whole Cake Island.
Yeah.
She went through so much, you know. And her look how her mom treats her. Her mom treats her about, like, she calls her in a sense that, oh yeah, you know, like, you're an ugly daughter, you know, who's got 3 eyes, this and that, you know. And that's why Puddin's hatred for, like, certain characters,
says the
certain
ugly
people,
woman, man. I mean,
yeah, you know, it's what, you know, to this day I don't even know how she got a 3rd eye, bro. I'll be real.
It's probably mated.
I'll be real.
It's probably had intercourse with some 3-eyed buddy.
Well then Big Mom herself would know that, but then that's why she's just like, she don't know where her daughter got that from, you know what I mean? So it's just so weird, you know. Maybe something that Puddin must have,
probably inherited,
you know. But I'm gonna be real. There's so many characters that have, like, some sad backstory, but in terms of Kuma's backstory, overall in One Piece world, top 3. Top 3. You know, and like I said, and I said this, and I like I said we still yet to understand the backstory of Akainu, and why he hates pirates so much, why he just wants to obliterate everything. Dragon is a mysterious one as well. You know, we got Shanks. What's he done? What was he doing with the Gorosei earlier on? Is he a double agent?
Best of bro.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like I know this is like I really want you to go on a roll, but, like, we need to save this for another video, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's calm though, man. That's calm. You know,
I love to hear you talk, but yeah, we literally wanted to do this 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. But yeah,
don't worry about that, man. That's calm. I'll go way out. I'll go way out. Like,
but
I did. As I said, we'll have this discussion.
Yeah, we have to have this discussion later on down the line. I do want to talk about
that. Yeah,
but
most definitely, man. But yeah, we'll be signing off. You'll hear from us again, most definitely. And I'll probably go into some long talk. You know,
next year will be a good year for us, man. We wanna do some big things.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And yeah, man. You know, do you want to sign off, Horsley?
I just want to say thank you all for listening again. Apologies for what happened earlier on with the cutout in terms
Yeah.
of how our voices didn't get recorded.
Yeah, it
But
was just the
again, for
last bit,
those that have
but
tuned
yeah,
in,
yeah,
yeah, for
definitely.
those again that have tuned in, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a nice day and a happy new year to all of you guys.
Yeah, hope to see you guys next year, man. Be good, big things for us. Alright then. See you guys.
Yep,
Bye.
signing up. Bye.